Greetings, my fellow otaku. I come to you with more updates about new animes. And of course, I'm gonna apologize for all my awkwardness, but you know, what otaku isn't awkward? You know? Especially, I want you guys to realize it's pretty weird to talk to a camera when there's nobody around. But I can do it because I feel it's therapeutic. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get into the anime. So, well, this anime isn't necessarily new, but it is a pretty good anime, and they have updated seasons on Netflix. That is one thing I love about Netflix, is that you get all of the sorry, I'm a little sick, so I'm gonna be coughing randomly throughout this video, so I apologize. But that's one thing I love about Netflix animes, is that they just they can be updated. You know, like, you know how when you watch, I don't know about you guys, but like when you're on Funimation or even when you're reading manga, sometimes like it ends and like you never hear from the update unless it's like a year or two from now, because it takes like so long for it to get approved to be shown in like other countries other than Japan or even China and yada yada yada. Like, yeah, so that's why I love like Netflix animes, because they like update the season based off of the viewers, I feel like, and how popular it is with the viewers. So that's really great, so that way it doesn't just end, because some animes, like, they can go on and then it ends weird and it just feels like there could be something more, but they just ended the series. And with Netflix, that can be changed. I love it. So this anime that took me forever to talk about, getting into this video, is called Aggretsuko, right? Let me double check. You know, forget it. It's called Aggretsuko, I'm pretty sure. If you want, just Google it or search it up on Netflix and I'm sure it'll pop up. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, it's called Aggretsuko, and I'm sorry, I need some. And it's basically it's in a weird setting but normal at the same time. Like, they use the characters are animals, but they play real people, and like I'm talking like it's real people. Like, it's more of a realistic anime versus like fantasy to an extent. It's still got your cliche like stuff that'll never happen in real life, fairy tale kind of thing, but it's in a work setting. Like, basically it's like modern day Japan, and you have people working in this office setting for corporate, and you kind of just go through the anime with their day-to-day lives. And I know that sounds boring, but it's really more interesting than you think. It's about the main character, obviously, Retsuko, and she's like, so, I don't know, for some reason she's just so relatable in a way, because she goes through a lot of things that I feel like a normal people at her age, which she's like 20 something, 23, I don't know, but she's like around the same age as me, and she goes through the same things that people go through once they hit that age. And it's nice to like get perspective and just, I don't know, for some reason I just like watching things that I can relate to, that's real relatable. The anime is so great. Let me think. How can I sum this up without really giving everything away? I already told you that the main character, Retsuko, she's basically all about her on the show, and she's like a young adult working in corporate Japan, but it's still relatable, and it goes through all of the challenges that I guess people in corporate Japan would suffer, like abuse from their boss, you know, like higher up drama. And then you also get some other characters who are brought into the series where you have like I believe it's Washimi and Gory. They are excuse me, supposed to be like your boss ladies, like boss women. Like that's the kind of person I want to be. The women who are at the peak of their career doing great. So you get to see like different kind of characters, and that's why I like it. It's like all these different characters coming to meet in one little series, one setting is like amazing, because that's life. Like you aren't really going to meet too many people who are exactly the same. You're going to meet a lot of people who are different, and then you just, when you're in work in the real life, you have to come together and find some sort of mutual understanding so that you can all work together. And that's kind of like how Aggretsuko is. Like you have all these different characters who have like their different personalities, and they're like completely opposite from each other, but they can all work together in this one setting, and it's crazy. And then of course you got the main character, and you see through the struggles that she goes through. It makes you just, I don't know, it's something great about just, I keep bringing it back to that, but it's something great about just watching somebody who's relatable, you know? But yeah, so this season is currently like being updated. Like it has the season 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I think they all consist of about like 10 episodes or so. But season 4 just came out this year, and then there's also like was it this year? I think it came out either at the end of this year or the beginning of this year, but it came out, and it's great. Like season 5 is also coming soon, so if you like it, definitely check it out, because season 5 will be coming. It said at the end of season 4, Aggretsuko season 5 will return. Love that. But it's a really great anime. It's very realistic, and it's got some things that you just, it is kind of in a realistic setting, even though all the animals play like human characters. But there is some things, like I told you, like there's the cliche fantasy in one of the seasons. I believe it was season 2, I'm not sure. But Aggretsuko meets, like, you know, like in the Korean dramas, if you watch Korean dramas, there's always, or even in manga, like in the Japanese like cliche romantic series, manga, whatever, there's stories that always has some like average girl who meets a man, a Prince Charming, that is just out of this world. He could be a CEO, he can be an heir to a big corporation. He can be even a prince, like a legit prince from some country that they made up. Like, it's literally, that's like the most cliche thing that you always see in pretty much any Asian series. Like, it can be Chinese dramas, it can be Korean dramas, it can be Japanese dramas, it can be anime, manga, manhwa, all of that. Like, it's pretty, that's like one of their favorite cliches to go, and I don't know why I'm a sucker for it every time. I love it. Just because I am that average girl, and I would love to be like, meet that one person who's kind of like out of this world, and then treat him like a regular schmegular dude, and just keep him coming for him, you know? Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, I'm so awkward. But no, like, that's some of the like fantasy cliche plots that they have in the series. It's kind of like each season is, it still pertains to like Aggretsuko, but it's kind of got a different theme every season, and I love it. It's like really cool. You know how sometimes when they're updating seasons constantly, like the first season, like of like shows in general, like the first season, you know, you love it, and then the second season you don't like it because it's completely 180 from the first season. Not like this, because it still has like an ongoing plot, I want to say, that's connected together. I'm not sure how to explain it, but like they basically, season 1 through 4 still relate to each other, even though they're all kind of different. And that's good, because in a way it gets boring. Like, how do I say it? Like, okay, I remember I was watching, like, I think it was a Taiwanese drama. Oh my gosh, they were so long. It was 50 episodes, and each episode was an hour long. And it literally, I kid you not, I think 20 episodes in, like, it took forever to get to the climax. And I mean, like, the guy and the girl, it was like a romance drama. So it was like the guy and the girl finally kissed 20 seasons in. What? Like, why do you drag it? Like, I don't like series that drag the story on for so long. I cannot stay. I cannot keep my focus on one thing unless it's keeps me entertained. Like, you can tell just from, watching this YouTube video, I jump from one subject to another, but I still kind of bring it together. Like, I'm kind of like that. Like, I can't stay talking about one thing forever. I can't stay watching one thing forever that's like there's no like freaking Naruto. Love it. Great anime. But for me, I couldn't do it because I was like, y'all taking too long to find Sasuke. Y'all taking too long to save him, yada, yada, yada. Y'all taking too long to, like, get back together and be friends again. Like, even though it's great that they eventually created to the point where he grows up and he's like the Hokage one day. Spoiler alert, okay, like, you kind of can't avoid it. Everybody tells you. But I can't watch that for, like, they have so many episodes. And they all take forever to get to the point, to me, at least. Like, it's kind of like they have a bunch of filler episodes that just don't really have any sort of reference to the actual story. And I feel like at that point, you just wasted my time, and why would you do that? I kind of like how Aggretsuko's like 10 seasons per, 10 episodes per season. I could do that. Like, I literally watched the 4th season today and finished it today. And it's still light outside. I love that. Like, I don't want to sit here and feel like I'm wasting my whole day for y'all to get to the freaking point. Like, I could have just skipped. So you'll love Aggretsuko. I think you will. I think you should definitely check it out. It's definitely worth checking it out. At least the first 3 episodes. Because it's a cute anime. It really is. And it's different. And we love different. So, yeah. Check out Aggretsuko on Netflix. I believe it's only on Netflix. And it's in English too. So if you don't want to read subtitles, you can, they have English voice actors, which is great because sometimes I don't feel like reading subtitles either. There is one thing though, they did change the voice, or like, I guess, how should I say it? They changed Gory's phrasing in season 1. I know this because when I love an anime that much, I rewatch it like 1,000 times. I'm talking about whenever I'm cleaning, cooking, it's on, it's playing. I already seen the episode like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 million times, and we're gonna play it again. So I literally know the dialogue like the back of my hand. So with that being said, I noticed that they changed Gory's phrasing, which you'll see if you watch the anime. I'll give you a little spiel, like I'll give you a little explanation. I looked it up too, but Gory is like, she's like the gorilla, and she has like a black woman's voice. Like, she's played by a black character. Her voice is, at least. And apparently, people took offense to it because you know how it's like, there's always this racial term where there's like calling black people gorillas, monkeys, and all that stuff like that. And so they thought that that was termed racist. Oh, I can't say the word. Racist, because she was using like black women colloquiums and phrases and stuff like that. And people were taking offense to it because she was a gorilla and she played a black woman. And so they switched the dialogue, I believe. I can't remember when they did it, but they done it and switched it up. And you can look it up and see that, because I think they were getting either a lot of complaints or somebody wrote an article about it, one of the two, and it just got a lot of clout, and it was just, bad for the Netflix anime, which makes me wonder like how it is. Because, I mean, that's only because it was played by an English voice actor. If you watched it like sub, then you wouldn't have ran into that problem. But because it was played by, like, they chose a black woman to play Gory. And I mean, honestly, I didn't really read into it like that. I liked the phrases that she used before. It really wasn't that big of a deal, but you know, I guess it's the principle, and that's why they changed it. Or that's one of the reasons why they probably changed it, because people were not okay because of the principle, and because a lot of people complain, which is bad for business. They had to fix it. So that's just that little, you know, blip in the anime. But other than that, it's a great anime. You should totally watch. Anyway, I'm going to tune out on this video. I'll talk about more anime in my next video. I think I'm going to just leave this one video to be about this one anime. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you do.